Hello everyone and welcome back to a new LEGO Star Wars set comparison video. This is the V-19's Torrent Starfighter versus the ARC-170 Starfighter set comparison video. The ARC-170 Starfighter retails for $70 in the United States, while the V-19 goes for $65 in the United States, even though it has more pieces than this set does. And today we're going to really compare these two and show you, are they good together? Are they good value? And which one would be better to buy if you can only afford one or only want one for that matter. In my opinion, both of these sets go great together, even though one is for Phase 1 Clone Troopers, which is the early era of Clone Wars, and one is for Phase 2 Clone Troopers, which is signified by the pilots and the era that is in, and the later era of the Clone Wars. And here are the two sets side by side, and you can immediately tell that there is a decently sized difference between the two. You can place the V-19 on top of this, and it just takes up the same area as this center section does. And if we fold out the wings, sorry, I only have one hand for this, one hand's on the camera. The wingspan is about the same, honestly. Like, it's literally stud for stud the exact same. And then you have the back fin too, which we can also fold down a little bit to get the dimensions, and the dimensions of these two are pretty much the exact same all the way around, which is definitely something that surprises me, even though they're such different ships. And again, they're around for the same price tag, so you're getting almost the same value here. However, for the ARC-170, you are getting two named clone pilots, one of which is unnamed, and an astromech droid. And for the V-19, you get two named characters, including Obi-Wan Kenobi and Ventress, and a clone pilot. For $5 less, you're getting one less droid minifigure, which in my opinion is completely fine, because the quality on these are just so much higher, in my opinion, than these are. These are amazing clone pilots. Again, but you're just getting more value here because of the named characters that you haven't seen. Even though those are names, they're pilots and they're not as desired as these three minifigures are. Here's a look at the sides of both of these ships, and you can really see, again, the size of both of them. And that's the whole point of this video. And we can put that on its head, and you can see, again, just some different angles of these two together. And like I said earlier in the video, the wingspan is pretty much exactly the same, which I think is done purposeful. And again, is kind of a cool detail. And here's what both of these sets look like in their arms positions or flight modes. And they both look really cool. Both of these ships are seen at the same time at different moments in the Clone Wars and in Episode 3. I'm pretty sure the V-19 is slightly in Episode 3. I'm not sure how much, but I'm pretty sure I saw it in the background. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm not 100% sure. But anyways, you can have both. They're different generations of ships from the same Clone Wars era, but they still are amazing, and I really love both of them. Now, here comes the question, which one is better worth the value? In my opinion, the V-19 is still much more, sorry, the V-19, this is the V-19. The ARC-170 is worth the value more than this one is. In my opinion, this is just a better ship overall. Yes, it has 3 pilots and a droid, which is technically not the biggest draw. And X-Wings have 1 pilot and 1 droid. It's very simple. These have 3, so it feels like you're getting more than you are. But again, I still really like the ship, and it's just such a simple ship design, in my opinion. And it's based off of World War II fighter pilot, fighter planes, which I think is actually very cool. Where this is such a different type of ship that's just so unique to Star Wars that is I absolutely adore, in my opinion. But again, there's just more flaws in this, including how squished it is, how small it is compared to this, in my opinion. Where a lot of this is still very good. It's not the most accurate thing in the world, but visually, for the most part, it's there. Now, which one would you want to pick up? In my opinion, wait for this to go on sale. This will go for around the same price this does, in my opinion. This is going for around $55 at Walmart or Target. This is right now $65. It'll probably go for $50 sooner or later. So again, it's going to be around the same value. It'll just be $10, $20 cheaper. But in my opinion, I would go for this because of the minifigures. You're getting the exclusive Obi-Wan Kenobi and Ventress. And I think those are big, huge wants and needs for a LEGO Star Wars fan now. Compared to this, we're just getting the pilots. So if you care about the ship more, I would go with this. If you care about the figs more, I would go with this. But if you're patient, you can find this on sale soon. But again, it's completely up to personal preference because I like these both very much the same. This may be slightly more than this, but I still love them both. And that is everything for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all again soon. Goodbye.